A proposed student housing development on Dickson Street in Fayetteville, now at the center of a legal battle. The developer behind the 7-story apartment complex is now suing the city, claiming the city did not follow its own rules when it rejected that project. 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley joining us live now from City Hall to explain what's at stake and what still could happen tonight. Morgan?
Well, Darren, that lawsuit was filed just days ago, and tonight that student housing complex could get a second chance. And it's not on the agenda for tonight's meeting, so the only way that it could get brought back up is if one of the 4 council members who voted against it last time made a motion to reconsider. So I was just sitting in on the meeting, and after months of pushback, a 7-story student housing complex planned for Dickson Street was rejected by both the Fayetteville Planning Commission and the City Council. Now developer Trinitas Ventures is taking the city to court.
There are 6 factors that the City Council adopted years and years ago. One of them is this development creating or compounding a dangerous traffic situation? And that's the only one that really has much subjective part of it at all.
And even that factor, according to City Attorney Kit Williams, requires actual evidence to stand up in court. The lawsuit claims the city overstepped, rejecting the project based on things like size and neighborhood compatibility, which aren't allowed at this stage of development.
They're contesting that the denial was not appropriate under our code section, and obviously arguing that it did not create or compound a dangerous traffic situation and that they have complied with all the other minimum requirements. So that's their argument, and that's a fair argument for them to make to court.
Williams says he advised council members before their May vote they needed to stick to the 6 legal criteria and nothing else.
You can't use other factors like compatibility or it'll change the neighborhood, because those are zoning considerations. That decision was made when the City Council zoned this property for a 7-story apartment. That's what has been proposed to be built there. So at this point, we can't go back and say, oh, we didn't mean that. You know, now we don't like 7-story apartments here. It's too late for that.
The developer is asking a judge to void the council's denial and to award damages for lost time, lost revenue, and legal costs. Meanwhile, if just one council member motions to reconsider, the project could go back up for a vote. If not, Williams says the city will defend its decision in court.
Well, it's my job to defend the City Council's decision, and I will certainly do that in this case or any other case.
Now, if a motion was made to reconsider tonight and someone seconds it, then it can go up for a new vote, and all the city council members could vote again regardless of how they voted last time. And it would take 5 total votes to grant that appeal, including a possible tie-breaking vote from the mayor. But as I was saying before that, I was just sitting in the meeting, and when they approved the agenda, they didn't add anything to the agenda. So we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the meeting tonight. But if no action is taken, then this will go to the Washington County Circuit Court. Live in Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Morgan Wrigley, 5 News.
All right, Morgan, thanks.